problem. Our problem are no habitats, and if no habitats, we don't have any pollinators. And our other problem is we have compact soil. And we don't want compact soil.
Stakeholders is something that someone that gives you money to donate. Like let's say Home Depot donates some money to you, and that's a stakeholder. So over stakeholders is Home Depot, people in need, the Butterfly Pavilion, the second graders, Nordstrom, and a couple others.
Solutions. Habitat garden. So what we mean is by habitat garden is this habitat is for pollinators, and so we can have the pollinators' habitat taking pollen to pollen. Good soil. So we don't really want compact soil, like Cameron said. We want some good soil, and so some soil that kind of stays in your hand and falls out of your hands. Pollinators. So what we're going to need is pollinators. So what we need for pollinators, so the pollinators can take from flower to flower, and you'll find some information about pollinators on the pollinator page. Benefits. Benefit. We need clean water. We need clean water, and we need clean oxygen for the food, and for the plants and animals, and we need food for other people.
Essential elements of a pollinating garden. Water, because pollinators need water to survive so they don't get dehydrated. Nectar. Nectar is what they eat and they need to survive. Plants they need plants because that's how they get their nectar and sometimes their water, and to pollinate other plants. Shelter. They need shelter to live, like us, because we don't live on the streets. Reproduction. So, they need a place for reproduction, like a pollinator. So plants can have reproduction from a pollinator pollinating it to another plant. And how pollinators reproduce is they make birth.
Plants we want the showy milkweed, the Rocky Mountain raspberry. We also want the cattail, the wild mint. We want the side-billed beertown, the yucca, the asterisk, the milkweed, and then we also want the woolly yarrow, and then we also want the rosarosha.
Our pollinators that we are expecting to have: bees, butterflies, wind, bats, hummingbirds, flies, and moths.
Soil. Our soil, we don't want clay soil, we don't want sand soil, we don't want acid soil, we want loam soil. Water. irrigation water. So irrigation water is kind of like, that's not really what the water we need, but the water that we do need is gray water or fresh water, whichever. Color rendering. So our color rendering is we have a bed, and then we have a bed, two beds kind of condensed together to make kind of two beds, so that we can put some more plants so we can attract more pollinators. Habitat garden.
What we need in the habitat garden helps the vegetable help the habitat garden because of people starving because they don't have any food and they're in need because they don't have any money, or they have a little bit of food but they are poor. This is going to help the ecosystem because
it's eco-friendly, and the wildlife in gardens are eco-friendly.
Resources. These are the resources. Thank you for helping us grow our beautiful garden. We hope you enjoyed our presentation.
Any questions?
I've got one for you. So let me ask you guys, I saw that you had some vegetables as well as some native plants there, right? Do you think that, is there some connection between the two? Is there a way that the vegetables could also be helping the pollinators? Is there a reason for having both?
Fund development team, because you certainly raised money from lots of
Well,
places.
we
Well
don't
done.
really know. We need to kind of work that out.
Okay.
any more questions?
I have a question. I know you mentioned a lot about soil, and you stated in your problem that the soil is compacted. How are you going to solve that problem? How are you going to make the soil not compacted?
We're gonna road till it.
Excellent.
I'm not supposed to say
Can
that
you
word.
spell that? No, I'm kidding. I have one comment. A lot of people forget all one really important piece of habitat. There's 4 components of habitat, and you included all 4. Food, say them with me, water, what else? Shelter, and space. You actually included that there needed to be space. You connected it to reproduction, but without space, none of the other can exist. Well done.